Everybody, welcome to Paws Unleashed. My name is John. Today we're going to talk about manatees. All right, everybody. So, as you can imagine, I'm not going to talk about manatees. I don't really know a lot about them, so we're going to skip the manatees. We're going to stick to dogs. So, in the April Fool's spirit, if you're immature as I am, um, you might like a good April Fool's prank, right? What is a prank? Prank is a little trick, is a little funny lie that we do to entertain ourselves and others, right? But today, it gave me like an idea for today to talk about why 10 reasons why you should not lie or trick your dogs. But before we start, hit that little like button, the little subscribe button, share this video with family, friends, and spread the good word so we can grow our community and educate each other and learn new stuff. All right, so first point I want to mention is they trust you completely. Dogs rely on you for guidance and security. Breaking that trust can confuse them, right? Imagine person to person, same thing, right? They can read your body language. That's point number 2. They can read your body language. Even if they don't understand the words, they can sense when something is off, right? When you tell somebody you're feeling in a crappy mood, yeah, I'm okay. They'll believe you, right? Not so much with dogs. Dogs know when you're in a crappy mood. Doesn't matter if you try to mask it, but even if you're a good actor. Point number 3, it can create anxiety. If you pretend, and this might sound familiar to some of you, this point was something that happened to me a few times during my journey with my packs. Let's say you pretend you're going to the park, getting, hey, you want to go for a walk, and instead you take them to the vet. They may become anxious about car rides. For me, I see like a few of my dogs down. A lot before I was a dog trainer. I see a few dogs that went through that scenario. All right. Point number 4. They associate words with actions. Do you know sometimes when you had enough of being outside, your dog is having fun, and no matter how much you call them to come in, they're like, screw you, I'm just gonna keep on playing. And then you pull out like a secret weapon, saying the words, do you want a treat? Are you hungry? So yeah, that can cause frustration, right? The more you tell them something different than you actually mean. Again, imagine human to human, right? You say something, but you don't mean it. You mean something else. All right. They learn patterns, right? If you trick them often, and this goes to point number 4 about they associate words with actions. If you trick them often, they'll become skeptical and less responsive to commands. So if you say treat, they'll say screw you with the treats too. Like with the last scenario. What they call it, the commands become empty and meaningless. Alright, so let's talk about point number 6. It can lead to behavioral issues. Deception can cause reluctance, hesitation, or even defiance in training, right? So it's all around that why would I listen to you kind of thing, right? Imagine human to human, keep on lying to somebody, like the boy who cried wolf, if we're talking about canines. They'll just stop believing you. Point number 7, they may stop trusting you in stressful situations. If you lie about something harmless, they might not believe you when you need to comfort them, right? Why would they trust you to comfort them if you keep on lying to them? Do you get where I'm going at with this? Imagine you're in a stressful situation and somebody that keeps on lying to you, they're the last ones that you'll trust to comfort you, right? You can feel comfort when you trust somebody. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. I'll explain a little more at the end of this. Honesty strengthens your bond. Dogs thrive on consistency and honesty, which deepens your connection. Like us, when we're honest, we build trust. When we trust each other, we have strong connections, strong bonds, strong relationships. That makes sense to me. I know it most likely makes sense to you. They can detect emotions. If you're nervous or uncertain when lying, your dog may pick up on it and react accordingly, which means they know when you're lying. They know what state of mind you're in even more than you do, right? And there are many explanations to this, but they know better than you what state of mind you're in, what emotion you're going through. You give up odors, right? They use their nose, pheromones, odors. You get where I'm going at with this. So yeah, they know better than you what state of mind you're in. That's actually how they gather their most important information when they meet you, they meet another dog, they meet whatever creature they need to gather information. First sense that works is the nose, pheromones, state of mind. That's very important to them. Second step is body language and so on and so forth. But they know what state of mind you're in and what emotion you're experiencing that exact moment. Point number 10, they deserve respect. Dogs may not understand everything we're saying, but treating them with honesty and respect builds a more positive relationship. So basically, being upfront with your dog helps create a strong, reliable relationship. It's like I said, imagine human to human. When you're truthful about who you are, what you want, and honest, that goes a long way. Good relationships are built on truth, trust, honesty, and when we break it, you'll see a lot less cooperation, you'll see a lot less trust, you'll see a lot less anything that you would go through with another human. When you start lying, you lose trust. Don't try to trick your dog, even if it seems harmless. You know, they pick up on that. They're not stupid. They think differently than we do, but They're not stupid. Now, dogs do not lie, but they do have a certain way of deceiving us as well. It's totally different than what we do because we have like intention and everything. For them, it's more survival, right? So it's much different than ours. So when we, unfortunately, we're they know when we're lying better than we know when we're lying. They don't really, again, like I said, they have an ability to deceive, but they're not really, it's not lying like our lies. So, so basically what I'm trying to say is be honest with your dog. Be honest in general. Be honest with your dog. If you need help with finding the right ways and not making shortcuts in order to get your dog to do what you want, like the treat thing, instead of coming inside, work on a good recall, work on a positive association to their name and the word come, instead of using meaningless words that will become even more meaning. So you're basically creating all commands to be meaningless. So yeah, so instead of wasting trust on that stuff, go to a trainer near you, go to a professional. They'll teach you and show you how to do it the right way. And yes, at the end of the day, you have to work a lot harder to make a relationship better than, you know, if you cut corners, you're not really putting any effort into it. They put the effort into you, so why not put the effort into them? They deserve it, right? They'll do anything for you. Hopefully, people that listen to this will do everything for them. And I imagine that a lot of people not only, it's not that they're doing it in a bad way, but they're doing it because they don't know any better, because a lot of people think dogs are just dogs, right? And in a week or two from now, I'm gonna make a very specific episode on it's just a dog. So stay tuned for that too. So anyway, hope you have a good April Fool's Day. If you want to share some of the pranks that you did on friends and family, you can write it down here. That's all I have to say to you about this topic. Again, very important. Be true. Be true to yourself. Be who you are. And don't lie. Nobody likes bullshit, right? So be true. Your dog deserves it like you deserve it. Alright? So before we go, like, subscribe, send to a friend or family. Let's grow a community, and peace out. And also come here for a second. The more you lie, the harder it is to build that trust back. So don't lie.